All right. Shalom, y'all. Now by Shimmy Al-Shabrakathum. Al-Shamar al-Thun by Shimmy al-Shah to all the sisters. Priest and officer, morale officer, 5,000 in the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Today is our scripture breakdown class. All right. Today is our scripture breakdown class. I got a topic that I want to go into. My topic for today is when Christ returns. All right. There's a few scriptures that you can add to your arsenal just about the return of Christ, right? All right. Or specifically to say that Yahushua will destroy the earth, that Jesus Christ will destroy the society of the oppressor. Gotta take your head off my thumb, Salaki. The society of the oppressor. Okay. With that being said, let's get into it. So let's get 2 Peter 3 and 10. Let's start there. 2 Peter 3 and 10. Okay. Y'all get y'all questions ready. I'm holding it down for 12 Shield General Mahayaman until he gets here. Y'all get y'all questions ready, get them prepared, because you know as soon as he get here, he's gonna want to go into all the questions. All right. Salaki, 2 Peter 3 and 10. Let me know when you got it. Most High in Christ. Give a big shout out to Karam Yala. That's 2016. Y'all, I know y'all know nothing about that. I know y'all know nothing about the 2016 Hebrew Academy. All right, that's us. All right, Most High in Christ. Can I get 2 Peter 3 and 10?
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Go ahead. Forget with you as well.
In which the heaven shall pass away.
Oh, before we even get to the real deal, Holyfield, what does it mean when it says it shall be as a thief in the night? When it say the day of the Lord, the day that the Lord sends Jesus Christ back, the return of Jesus Christ, the day when the Lord sends Christ and the angels to now put the oppressor or the YT man in chains, and to now give royalty and rulership of the planet Earth and everything under heaven unto blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, who will be under Jesus Christ, a black man. What does it mean when it says the day of the Lord shall come as a thief? Somebody explain that. Go ahead, Karam Yala.
If I could, sir. When a thief is coming, he doesn't give you any warning. The Lord is making the comparison to when the Lord is coming back. That's how he's going to come, like a thief in the night. Get his brother hand.
There's going to be no warning, which is why we prepare ourselves every day. One thing that Priest and Officer Knox said, he said this in a post a while back, but it was so heavy, is that every day is a chance to be better than you was yesterday. Every day is a chance to be better than you was the previous day. Every second is a chance to be better than you was in the previous second. We got to fix ourselves. We got to become perfect before Jesus Christ returns, man. We got to become perfect before the day of the Lord, before the Lord sends Jesus Christ, before God sends Christ back, sends Yahushua, or who the world knows as Jesus Christ, before he sends him back to give judgment and to put this earth in perfect order, and to give the free blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians from the oppressor and give us our rulership under himself, man. That's what the Lord is going to do. He's going to send Christ back with no warning. And Christ is going to put judgment in this earth and give the earth to the hand of blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians. And we will rule under Jesus Christ, man. And Christ will rule under God. All right. So keep reading. That's what it means when it says, shall come as a thief in the night. Keep going.
In the which the heaven shall pass away with a great noise.
And the which the heaven shall pass away with a great noise. Meaning what? That kaboom from thermonuclear warfare, from the nukes. They start pulling them nukes out our body. You might as well pack your damn bags, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you a sinner, man, those of us that are sinners, my God, man, you better pray that God have mercy on you. because it's just off with your head after that. You know what I mean? It's like once the boom, once it hit, it's over. It's over. Them nukes start dropping because you know one country gonna hit the next country gonna hit the next. This little country that's nobody, they gonna hit somebody else. Why you think America's saying, yeah, you can't have nukes? That don't mean they ain't getting them. Who the hell America think they is? What you mean? America say, yeah, you can't have nukes. We got nukes. Y'all can't have them though. They're like, I got you. You're not my daddy. Yeah, how much for them nukes? I got you. Don't pay that man right there. That don't mean they ain't got them. You know how long it took for them to find Bin Laden? You know how long it took? You think they're gonna let you know where the nukes is at? Man, stop playing. That don't mean they ain't got them. Listen, these countries got them nukes, and they start dropping them, and it's over. It's over. That's when, see, everybody has heard of World War III, but nobody knows what happens after World War III. Let me tell you something. When World War III starts, when it really gets popping, that's when God sends back Jesus Christ, who is not God, Jesus Christ, the Son of God. When the Lord sends Jesus Christ back, it's over. Because he sent Christ back with all the angels, 200 million angels, man. And they coming to set this earth in order. All that God, Jesus, I love you, you passing out. We ain't trying to hear none of that. He like, did you do what the Bible said to do? And then he said, the YAHANNA. He ain't trying to hear that. Did you do this? Did you keep the laws? I told you to be perfect. I told you to keep the law. So when Christ come back, there's going to be no warning, like a thief in the night. Go ahead. 2 Peter 3:10 in the middle.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Did you hear that? The elements, they're going to melt. Do you know how hot a nuke is? You know how hot an atom bomb is? Listen. I was saying, Lord Christ, I was saying the other day, 98 degrees, not everybody can't come outside. Ain't nobody coming outside. It's 98 degrees. Atom bomb is 1,000 degrees. It's 1,000 degrees. It's 97. You like, somebody got to call out. You looking at it, 96. What time is it? Could get up a little bit. What time? I might call out. 97, 98, yeah, I'm calling out. I ain't done. That's too hot. Lord Christ, you was about to say something. Oh, most high Christ. Atom bomb is 1,000 degrees. Listen, let me tell you something. They burned the shadows of the Japanese into the wall. That's how hot they cooked the shadow. 1,000. I didn't even know you could cook a shadow. It's able to be cooked. You fried shadow over in Japan. Fried shadow on the wall. 1,000 degrees. The element's going to melt away. With 1,000 degrees, the breeze is no more. The breeze has turned into fire. The clouds, that's it for the clouds. Clouds, ain't no clouds. They're getting far out the way. 1,000 degrees. The elements is going to melt away. Keep going.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
All the towers you built, your condo, everybody building cabins in the woods and underground bunkers. You can't stop it. Ain't gonna stop 1,000 degrees. 1,000. Listen, bro. We got California was on fire from what? 107, 120 maybe. Everybody had to evacuate. Had to evacuate at 120 degrees. 1,000 degrees. What you going underground for? It's a wrap. It's over. It's like, just give it up. You know, just let it happen. It's a lot. Just let it happen. Ain't that what they say on the movie? Just let it happen. I don't know what you're running for. Just let it happen. It's over. 1,000 degrees. You ain't going underground. You ain't good. Listen. The one scripture says it's going to melt the top of the tree all the way to the roots. Some of these trees, they ain't been cut down in ever. The roots is like miles long. It's gonna get burned all the way to the root. There's nowhere you could go. You're gonna jump in the water. 1,000 degrees will boil the water. You ever seen a volcano boil regular water? Regular ocean water is cold. 1,000 degrees. That ain't that volcano ain't 1,000 degrees. You see, I know it's not. It's hot in that joint. It ain't 1,000. It'll melt the volcano. It's gonna melt everything. It said the elements is gonna melt, and all the works that's in the world. Whatever it touches is burned up. Y'all seen that plantation catch on fire? That's nothing. That is nothing. That's how you know that our fires can't compare to the heat of a nuke, because firemen go into the fire. That's not a thing with a nuke. You ain't going into that. It's over. Keep on going. Let me know you're at the end of 10. Let me get Matthew 24 and 38. Y'all hold y'all questions till General Mahayaman gets here. And if he ain't here, give it a little bit more. If he ain't here, then I'll take some questions. But I just want to give y'all some, I wanted to go into a topic, just give y'all some scriptures to add to your arsenal. And this topic is Yahweh will destroy the world. Yahweh is going to destroy the society of the oppressor. So just give you a couple more scriptures on it. That was 2 Peter 3 and 10. And you can add all these little scriptures into your precept book. So we're going into Matthew 24 and 38 to 39.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 38.
And you remember what the first scripture said, like a thief in the night. It's going to come with no warning. Go ahead.
For as in the days that they were before the flood, they were eating and drinking. So before the flood of Noah, everybody was partying. They was eating, drinking, getting married, making marriages. They was having a good old time, just like in America, just like in Dubai, just like in Israel, just like in Saudi Arabia, just like wherever, Africa, China, Japan, wherever you can go and have, where is it legal to sleep with the children at? Bangladesh, them Arabs over there doing the craziest, nasty things to those kids, which is terrible. The Lord gonna judge them for that too. But everybody's having fun, eating and drinking, just like it was before the flood. Go ahead. Marrying and giving into marriage.
Having S-E, you know what? Making love. They was doing all of it. Go ahead.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Until it actually, see, here was the problem with Noah. They didn't believe that water fell from the sky. They didn't believe that. Remember, in Noah's time, it was just the mist that watered everything. Like a cloudy mist, like fall. And, the fall go away. You see the water all on the grass and all that. They like, water gonna fall from the sky from where? How? They didn't believe that it would rain to the point where a flood would happen. It told you in those days the mist watered the earth. So they like, my man, what are you talking about? You know what it is? It's too much liquor. You drinking too much. You getting drunk. He's damn drunk talking about water gonna fall from the sky. Back then, that was their argument. And lo and behold, it rained crazy every damn 2 weeks, 3 weeks, some places. It's nothing but rain. But in this place, everybody thought it was a joke back then. Till the drop hit their shoulder. They said, what the hell? They start saying, they said, nah, ain't that bad. Then when it kept coming, they said, we got to find Noah. We got to find Noah real fast. And that's when it stopped being a game. The day when Noah got into the ark, that's how you know God's judgment was here. That's how they look at us. The world looks at Israelites like we just some damn drunks. You know what? They broke, they need a job. As if we ain't got a job. You know what? They broke, they need a job. Get a job. Get a job. Go home. Like you're racist. They yell all the craziest things to us as if we're just people that drink too much. I heard that we make our women walk 2 feet behind us. I heard crazy stuff. A woman told me to my face, A devil said, I heard y'all make y'all women walk 2 feet behind you. I said, well, what the hell? I ain't never seen it. I'm always trying to get some broad to keep up with me. But anyway, that's here and there. But that's no point. But that's what they say about us. And they think it's a game until the thief in the night. Till Christ comes as a thief in the night, meaning without warning. When you see him, what y'all call UFOs, what we call IFOs, identified flying objects, because we know what they are. Until you start seeing the UFOs, you think it's aliens, you think it's green aliens that ain't nobody got caught smoking weed with yet, because they don't exist. You think it's green aliens, and there's black angels in the UFO, what y'all call UFOs. When they come, you start seeing those what we call identified flying objects, or the chariots, or what you call the UFOs. When you see those, there's a wrap. That's us entering into the ark. That would be meaning the prophecy being fulfilled. Just like Noah said, and his prophecy was fulfilled when he got in that ark, because it was raining. When you see them UFOs, it's over. It's over. All of us in the truth gonna be like, Lord, I know you got me from that nothingness, but please forgive me for it. Hopefully you ain't holding it against me. It's like, forgive me for whatever dumbness I did to you. I hope you ain't holding that against me either. Because at that point, what you gonna do? Don't nobody want to be in the truth and be like, yeah, the UFOs, there they go. Damn, where they go? Oh shit. It wasn't going past you. They ain't picking you up. You like, yeah, I told you they was coming. Man, where they going? Like, you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the person sitting there like, you just waiting for the bomb to hit at that point. You sitting there just salty now. Your prophecy happened, but you ain't you just sitting there next to a tree, just waiting to die, waiting to be unalive. Just waiting for the angel to come take you next. You praying that you could plead the fifth with him when he get in front of you to chop your head off. You praying. My Lord, listen to me. Can I just, it's over. It's over. They don't want to hear none of that. So we all got to prepare ourselves for when Christ returns, because Christ is coming back. And that's why I'm trying to give you these scriptures, just so you can y'all can take them out on the streets. Prepare your questions for the general. Lord's will, General Mahayaman be here soon. All right. So let's keep reading. Let's stop at the end of verse 39.
Verse 39.
So Matthew 24
verse 39.
Verse 39.
I knew not until the flood came.
And they didn't know that the flood was coming. They didn't know it was happening until he got into the ark. They didn't believe. Go ahead.
I took them all away. And
that was it. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. It was over. What you was gonna say? You gonna say what? Noah, help me. Help me, please. No, he told you already. You called him a drunk. You told him he was stupid. Told him get a job. You call us, y'all and y'all multiple polygamy, whatever y'all into, the polygamy. What the bro said, the polygamy. You're into the polygamy. y'all crazy. Y'all racist and blah blah blah. And then here it is. You know what I mean? So these just some scriptures that you can put into your Christ return and breakdown. All right. Let's go to Isaiah 13 and 9. Go ahead. Oh yeah, a little bit more with the water. I'm sorry.
So shall also the coming of the Son of Man shall be.
So read it from the top, Bubba Kushal, so they can get it. It says, so shall also the Son of Man be. The coming of the Son of Man. Read it again from the top.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 39. I knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
And they didn't. Oh, go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut in on you. Go ahead.
So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Meaning people are not going to know that Christ is going to return at that moment. They're just going to see him return. Like if he came now, same thing gonna happen. We're gonna all be in here like, Lord, let us make it. Like, damn it, we've been trying and this don't fly past me. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Go ahead, knock.
If I can add, it was so heavy because.
Can you speak a little bit louder? Can they hear?
Yeah. What's so heavy is that when Noah went to the ark, his mom was outside knocking on the door.
That's crazy.
His brother was outside knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying? His family, his aunt, his uncle was outside knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying? The friends that he grew up with, his neighborhood, everybody like, no, open the door, it's raining. And he like, no, I've been telling you. So now when we go through the same thing, it's gonna be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? My dad gonna be out there knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying? My cousin's gonna be knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what made no drink.
Yeah.
See, this whole family just washed away like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what the burden of the truth is. It's so heavy to be here because you gotta really, you know what I'm saying, you gotta sacrifice what the world gave you for what the Most High Christ gave you. You know what I mean?
That was heavy. Get that brother hand. That was super heavy. You know what it is? That you just brought out something that was so heavy, that'll make a man drink. You ever lose one person and it hits you, you be like, dang. Imagine losing everybody. You know, you watch your mama knock on the door until she drowned. Watch your father knock on the door until he drowned. Your little sisters, your nieces, your nephews. What, you gonna open the ark door and let the flood into your ark? Yeah, what you did you make a rope? You couldn't make a rope. You was making an ark by yourself. What you doing? Your sons and their wives and your wife. That's it. Your son's there because you had to get them to help you make the damn ark. Go ahead.
If I can add them the demons outside the ark, because you're gonna let them in, you're gonna kill yourself.
Exactly. The demons. Look, you see your mama eyes with the puppy dog eyes. She flew. He ready to jump in the damn well. He said, "F the rope. I'm gonna get you myself. I know God with me. I'm on the ark." Then you listen to the demon. You jump off the damn ark trying to save mommy, and it ain't gonna work, man. Go ahead. Look, you watch her drown, you say, God damn it, give me the damn tequila. Give me the whole damn thing. No, it's to the face. Which I say, it's to the head. It's to the head, right? It's for the damn. It's for forward now. Damn. Come on, man. We gotta get serious in here because with Christ's return, it's gonna be a serious thing. And the problem is, it is going to hurt to see our family members that we know that you done told brothers you got love for, Shalom says, people you got love for, be outside. Here's the thing. The Lord has so much mercy on us. He said it's going to be an innumerable multitude that he let make it anyway. Even though they wasn't with us, but they helped us out. You might have said, Noah, you need to stop. Listen, you know what? You know what's good about the Lord, how merciful he is? You looking at Noah like, this nigga's a damn drunk and a fool. He building this damn, let me help him out. Yo, man, I cut some wood for you, bro. I feel for you, dog. You need to put that alcohol down. I'm going to go sleep with these hoes, though. I'll be back. And God going to let him make it. Give you the wood. Yeah, there's going to be some sister out there. Like, I know this damn fool is hungry. Look at him. He's damn drunk. Look at him. I don't know why she married that fool. Let me go give him a sandwich. I know he's hungry. Here you go, baby. I know you're hungry. You need to stop drinking. But meanwhile, he's building an ark because God told him to. You know what, baby? You need to get a good job and come to church. But here goes a sandwich. She get to make it. That's how merciful the Lord is, man. An innumerable multitude of people that the Lord gonna have mercy on, man. Go ahead, knock.
And if I could, it was also so heavy, like we know folks gonna work. He doing the work of the Lord. And everybody else outside just chilling, eating, drinking, having a good time, having sex, they just chilling. Meanwhile, Noah doing the work of the Lord. And then when that day comes, everybody like, oh, that's why he was doing that boat. That's why he was out there on that corner. And then it's just gonna be
right. Damn, that's why he was building the boat. I guess it was going rain. Hey, Noah, damn, where you going? Hold up, help me, please. Where you going? Like, and you know it's sitting there like, I wouldn't even go to the window if I was Noah. I wouldn't even go, because what you gonna do? Everybody you know, you in your neighborhood, you know everybody. What you gonna tell them? My bad, y'all, my bad. Damn, keep breathing. I mean, come on. Go ahead.
If I could, sir, the scripture said that he said he couldn't let them in because the angel of the Lord had sealed the doors.
Yeah.
So he couldn't even get it.
It was not, even if he wanted to open the door, he couldn't. It's like, because you know the water, you pushing against that water, it ain't going to happen anyway. And even if you had the strength of whoever, the angels ain't going to let you do it. He saved you. And that not what you're saying. It's so crazy because what Christ said, give me the scripture that Christ talked about where he said, in case they be saved. Well, just give me the one that he said, who told you to flee from the wrath to come? That he told to the Pharisees. But there's another scripture that I really want where he said that they don't be saved, that they hear the word and be saved. Like the Lord don't want everybody saved. Some people has been wicked since the beginning. So you sitting there, you love mama, you love daddy, but they ain't never loved God. So what the hell? What? I mean, like, what you gonna do for them? You telling them they birthed you. Christ's mom birthed him, and she was not read about at all, except for not being in the truth and birthing Christ. And she was married. The Mary that everybody get their name from, but she still wasn't in it.
Let's get it on and get it right. Let's answer your questions, all right? In the room and online. Get your questions answered. We'll go into the topics you need to go into. I believe there might be one topic, a few topics that happened in the news. Officer Knock.
So, like, sir, if I could, when Christ was in the wilderness with the disciples, what did he say to the troopers? The disciples was in the trooper program.
When Christ was in the wilderness, remind me what you're talking about.
So when Christ, he left.
When he after, go ahead.
Then he went in the wilderness 40 days, 40 nights. Luke 4, Matthew 4. And
I got you.
He has like 6 or 7 disciples with him.
Okay, to call that specific time a trooper program is a stretch because it's not official. Right. You get my point. He was in the wilderness because he was about to be taken and has spent special time to do the last teaching that he could give them. Okay, what I call it a trooper program, okay, really the disciples are, their entire time with him could be called a trooper program. That you could call it a trooper program every moment they were with him up until when they went and did their first speaking when he sent them out by twos. You familiar with that, right? Until then, you could call that entire time a trooper program until the time that he sent them out by twos, because of course then they had to go teach on their own. So, I mean, could you say it? It wouldn't be unlawful to say it. It wouldn't be wrong. He definitely trained them. They were in the woods. To say they were in the woods, you know, in an official capacity, I would not usually teach that. It's too defined. You get the point when, you know, they were troopers the entire time. They were with him 3 years. You know, so that's a short amount of time to cram in a lot of information. You get my point. Good to go? All right. Anything else? Questions? Please, anything online or in the room?
There's none online yet, sir.
No problem. Stand by. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York, desde 1969, debajo del mando General YAHANNA. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres hispanos, negros o indios nativos, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. All right, lady. Please, bless us. All right, whenever you're ready to go, we'll get it on. If not, I'll give you a few precepts, all right? Please.
I did have a question. I was trying to find a scripture where when Christ comes back and the heathen will be extremely afraid, but they fight anyway.
The heathen will be, say it again.
Like they will be afraid, they'll be trembling when he returns, but they will fight him anyway.
Right.
I just can't find.
They will be afraid, but they'll fight anyway. You're looking for a precept that says that.
That's scripture.
Okay, there's a few you might be thinking about two precepts. One that says how they'll be terrified in Revelations 18 when they see his coming. That's in Revelations 18, right? And when they will turn and fight him, I think is in the Apocrypha. When they all turn, they're fighting each other, and then they turn and fight him. That's in the Apocrypha. I can't exactly recall where specifically, but that one is in the Apocrypha. They all shall fight against him, all right? But the first one is in Revelations 18. Anything else? Próximo. Let me give you a preset. Hold on one second. Or I can find that one for you too, Art. Go ahead, Art.
I think I might find that precept.
Okay.
So Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 16.
Sounds right. Go ahead.
I'm trying to find the correct verse. Okay, verse 20. His severe wrath shall be sharpened for a sword, and the world shall fight with them against the unwise.
That's not the one I believe he's referring to. I don't think it's in the Wisdom of Solomon either. I think it's in Ecclesiasticus. When the nations, they fight one another, then they turn and fight him. The brothers will find it for you. Someone online, find it for the brother, all right? Everyone else, just go to this precept quickly, all right? I'm sorry, go ahead.
This is the book, okay, this is question slide. This is One West, Princess Masarat.
Okay.
Salaki, sir, can you explain the meaning of nurture in Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4?
Okay, let's just first look up nurture in the Webster's dictionary. Let's read it first, and then we'll break it down in the biblical context, all right? Where is it at? Someone just find it in your Webster's dictionary. Nurture. You have the precept yet?
Oh, sorry.
No sweat. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
So the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture, in the admonishing of the Lord.
It says in the nurture.
Come on, bring them up in the nurture.
Let me read it with you. Where is it at?
This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4.
Ephesians 6 and 4. Stand by. Does someone have the Webster's dictionary? Go ahead.
This is the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. The word nurture, first definition, training, upbringing. Second definition, something that nourishes.
Stop right there. That first one is what you need. That's all you need. All right. Yeah. The first definition is the one you need. Let's go one verse above it, and then we'll read that. This is a precept about fatherhood, parenting. This is something I know in this world, when you turn the news on your radio, you got 1,000 different movements. Today is the 100th birthday of Malcolm X. So he had a giant movement in his day. Voting drives and marching and bow ties and uniting all of Pan-Africa together. Those movements become very important in your life. They become the kind of thing that get all the publicity in life. But there's something that gets no publicity that is far more beneficial than any program, any movement, anything that you're excited about joining today, but will forget tomorrow. And that thing is being a good parent. Right. Being a good parent is more important than anything that you supported Barack Obama for, or Malcolm X, or Louis Farrakhan, or all of the other, or, you know, what's the cat over there, Haile Selassie, all of the different movements that blacks and Hispanics join, thinking that this will change our community. You know, if we all just become Democrats, then now things will change among the black and Hispanic community. If we all voted, then things would change. If we all became vegetarian and stop eating all of these, preservatives, then now Black and Hispanic life would get better. These movements are very exciting. They get all the publicity, but there's something that everyone forgets about that is the foundation of life, and that's parenting. Parenting. There is nothing more important. If you want to affect real change in your life, you'll be the kind of parent that is nothing like yours. And that's the problem with parenting, because you got to do something that is virtually impossible to do. I think about that Puff Daddy sitting up in that jail cell for being a deviant. And his father was a drug dealer and a drug addict who was not in his life because he was in jail. And I think how ironic is it that he goes and does everything to the opposite of his father. He doesn't become a drug dealer in Harlem. He doesn't go out and commit murders and become a member of a drug cartel. He goes the straight route. He makes legal money, and he still ends up in that federal prison. Like that, if you think about how hard it is not to be your father, that's a good example. It's so difficult. You'll try. You'll say, I'm not going to smoke crack like my dad. My dad was a drug addict. He was an alcoholic. I'll never do that. I can't stand my father because of what he did. Lo and behold, you will still become your father. It's a powerful, powerful influence that parents have on children, brothers and sisters. It's powerful. I pray you understand. Well, Jesus Christ came to give us something, brother, that's more important than any movement of Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan, Martin Luther King. Parenthood. Thinking about parenthood like this is your calling. This is your responsibility. That I cannot pass to my child what my parents passed to me. I'm going to give them the laws, statutes, and commandments of God, because if they have this, then they won't end up like my ancestors, like the people that came before me. Everyone understands? That's the topic we're on right now. All right? Go ahead, please. Ephesians, I believe you wanted to read, right? Please, start one verse above it.
So Christ's book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 3. That it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth.
Did you go above the one we started from?
Oh, you want 2 verses above, sir?
2 verses above.
All right, come on. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 2. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise.
Which is the first commandment with promise. Why is it called the first commandment? Because the Most High God said the 2 greatest of all commandments are to love thy brother as thyself, and love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul. This is the most important thing, to show kindness to each other, especially to the most vulnerable among us. And when you become a grown man, a grown woman, it's the perfect time to pay back that evil parent, because they cannot defend themselves. They're old. And the Lord says to honor your mother and father. Honoring your mother and father is about how you treat them when they are elderly. Everyone understands? Keep going.
Verse 3. That it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on earth.
So now you can have a long life, because when your old parent, when they were old, when they were hurting and needed diapers and needed to be fed, you didn't pay them back because he was never around anyway, because she used to get high and let those men come over here. You don't pay your old parents back. Well, do you want to get old? Then you better be kind to old people. That's the point here. Keep going.
Verse 4. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
Now, first we were talking about the child, right? Telling the child, don't hurt that parent. Honor that parent. Don't be cruel to them now that you can. Now we're speaking to the father. And you fathers do what?
Provoke not your children to wrath.
How does a father provoke his child to wrath? This is a very difficult concept because of the way Christians use it. Christians use this on a 7-year-old. They go to a 7-year-old and say, you shouldn't provoke that 7-year-old to wrath. Or they go to a 7-year-old and say, honor your mother and father. When this is not talking about that. How does a parent or a father provoke a child to wrath? Give someone a try online. I'll give you about 10 seconds. I'll tell you. You provoke your child to wrath by abusing your child. Because when you absolutely can abuse your child, because the child what? Come on. The child can't do anything about it. You're going to be in that state when you get older. You see how these two things connect? The child is young. He's small. So now what do? Beat your child to death. Beat him with extension cords. And tie him to something and punch him in the stomach. Or take him out in the woods and leave him. And mainly just beat him half to death. Why? Because you're being a good father, I'm sure, right? That's what good fathers do. You beat him with an extension cord. You're making him a man, aren't you? Oh, you're a tough guy. You're gonna teach your son to be tough just like you're tough. Except, of course, you're an alcoholic and you smoke crack and you smoke weed and you have schizophrenia, all because you were abused as a child as well. But you think you're doing your child a favor by treating your child the way your father treated you. You think beating a child to death is like his inheritance, don't you? You think that's something that you should pass down to your child. Why? Because your father got drunk and beat you damn near to death. And you hated him for it. But now you're a parent. And you're going to do the same thing. Well, when that child is going to take it because he is defenseless. She is defenseless. She can't stop you. But when they get older, they're going to pay you back. You understand? That's why the Lord has to say, honor your mother and father. If you want your days to be long, because I know you can hurt them now. And guess what? They hurt you when you were defenseless. But the Most High God doesn't want us in that circle. He doesn't want that. You're going to have to turn the other cheek when it comes to your parents. You're going to have to forgive them because this is the greatest commandment. You recall that, right? That's above it. This is the greatest commandment, how we treat each other. So you can't now hurt your child because you were hurt. You can't hurt your parents because they hurt you. But the Bible is also saying, parents, don't be cruel to your children. Don't do that. You're only doing it because they're small. That's that. I have videos, brother. I'll try to bring them in for Thursday, of black women in the 70s out just complaining on these videos about their husbands because they know that their husbands get treated with cruelty every day when they walk out that door to work. It's some white man that is so cruel to their husband. Their husband has to bow his head every day, say yes, sir, and no, sir, and do whatever a white man tells him to do and take abuse from white people. And the sisters were saying, and when they get home, they beat us. But we know why they're doing it. We know it's because they're being abused every day when they walk out that door to try to get money to take care of this family. But of course, when they come home and they get a few beers, now it's time to hurt someone else because you've been hurt. This is the circle that God will not allow this nation to be in. That's not going to happen. You're not going to hurt people because you were hurt. You're not going to get any forgiveness because it was done to you. Well, why'd you molest a child? Well, I was molested. Oh, I understand. Now I'm going to do to you what should have been done to your molester. I pray you understand. So that this can end. Because it has to. We can't give ourselves the excuse of, oh, my father did this to me. My father did this to me. The white man beat us with whips. So that's why I have to get an extension cord out for you. That was very cruel what happened to you. It's going to stop here because I'm going to do to you what should have been done to them. And then this all can end. Everybody, I pray so. You understand, right? Please.
So it's like you never had the gumption to stand up to your attack or your oppressor. So you did it so people
or was unable, or was too small. You know, you don't have to, courage ain't gonna help no 5-year-old stand up to an abusive parent. He can have all the courage she wanna have. You know, she can kick, she can punch, and he'll just knock her out and do it anyway. So it's really not a matter of courage. It's a matter of justice. It's a matter, no one came in and saved her. You understand? No one stepped in who was big and saved someone who was small. So then when that person who was small gets bigger, now they want to hurt someone who is small. You understand? All right, please continue. Let me finish up here. I think I'm not. I think I didn't even read the one he asked the question about. I don't hear it. The nurture one. So go ahead.
Verse 4, and ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in nurture. That's
what you want to do. That's what you're going to do to your children. You know, so many times I counsel people all the time, and they're trying to philosophize on how to raise a child. Well, I think it should be done like this because of that. I think it should be done like this because of that. What you should do is do what's right with your child. That's what you want to focus on. What is right? Not what happened to me, what didn't happen to me. Sometimes you're trying to avoid what your parents did, and it's worse. Because you're like, well, listen, my father beat me. So, my father, when I was 18, did this to me. So now my child is a homosexual, a drug addict, and stealing from everybody in the house, but I will never kick him out. I'll always hug him and love him. You're hurting your child because you're trying to avoid being like your parent. It's such a web of trying to figure things out. What do I do? Do I never, ever discipline my child because I was abused? Well, then I'll have a child that's weak and has no discipline and can never do anything that they don't want to do. Do I abuse my child because I was abused? Well, then you'll have a child that is an abuser. You get my point? You don't want to think about all of that. You want to just do what is right. How do you know what's right? The Israelite School of UPK will tell you. We'll tell you what's right. You'll go into your house and you'll do what's right, and you'll be a good parent. Everyone understands. I think that's it. Next. Please, vent out your face, please. Gracias. Go ahead.
We had a follow-up question from, what Facebook said from someone. This is from Kenya. How do you honor your parents if they don't honor you?
Okay. I believe once again, you're thinking about it from a child's perspective. That's how you worded that. Like you're thinking, my mom, calls me names. How do I not call her names? This is honoring your parent. When they are in diapers and they soil themselves, don't leave them right outside at this corner where I find your old people at, right down there. Your grandmom is right at the end of this block, right down there. In Harlem, she's right up on 125th Street in Lenox. She's sitting right there. That's your mom. She's laying there in her own filth. Right? Don't let your mother eat cat food the way Donald Trump would have your mother. Donald Trump is working hard so that your mother can choose between medicine or food. She's going to choose medicine and she's going to eat cat food. Am I making this up or should I Google it and take 10 seconds to Google how old people in the 70s were eating cat food? Because they had to have medicine or food. And of course, a can of cat food was $1. And they ate cat food. If you want to hear about the future that Donald Trump is building, you'll read about that in the 70s when everyone was starving, or the early 80s when everyone was starving poor, but Wall Street was rich beyond your imagination. Well, you don't want to put your parent in that situation. This is honoring your mother. Has nothing to do with how you two talk to each other. You think you women, you argue with your mom all the time because your mom calls you a bitch and a dirty draws bitch, and you ain't nothing but a dirty draws bleeding once a month bitch. I know your mother. I met your mother 1,000,000 times. I understand that. You think honoring her is talking nice to her when she speaks to you like that. You don't ever have to talk to your mother and honor her. You don't have to have a conversation with her. Never talk to her. Never call her. That might be the perfect way to honor her, by never speaking to her at all. Then one day the phone will ring because she has no food and her lights are out. Go handle it for her. Done. Now you two don't ever talk. She never calls you a bitch like she called you a bitch your whole childhood. She never argues with you and disrespects you all the time. You don't even talk to her on the phone. But you're making sure that someone changes her diapers. If you're not going over there to do it, you're hiring somebody to get over in that house and sit in that house with her. Hire someone to do it. And never talk to her. Never call her. Talk to the goddamn nurse. Ask the nurse, well, how is she? Is she all right? Good. Fine. She's straight. You changing the diapers. You on top of it. I'm gonna come over there tomorrow and look in there and look at it. Is that bitch in here again? Nasty bitch. Get out of it. Oh. She look good. You're doing a good job. Yeah. Hey, here you go. You're doing a good job. I'm out. You've honored your mother. Everyone understands. Nah.
Concern was so heavy that you talk about the cruelty and abuse that our parents did to us because they were abused because people screwed to them.
Of course.
And if we go back to them, it will make us different from our oppressor.
Yeah, we're going to be different than our oppressor. We're going to be different. And here, you're not allowed to be a bad parent in here. You join the wrong group. You want to abuse your kids, go join the Purple Pigs, where you can beat your child like a cop beats a goddamn somebody he pulls over. Go do that. You want to molest your children? Go to church. You can't be in here and molest children. You can't be in here and commit acts of child abuse. You're in the wrong place for that. And here you have to be a good parent because it's in the law. We're reading about it right now. You understand that? This is in the Bible, which means bad parenting is against the Bible. We're reading it right now in Ephesians, the 6th chapter. You also can read it in the Old Testament, which means it's unlawful to be a bad parent. And if it's unlawful, you can't do it in the Israelite school of UPK. All right. Anything else?
Go
ahead.
Next question. This is from Trooper Sakarawan. Shalom Yahweh Shemi Al-Shapar. Trooper Sakarawan from Dallas, Texas. Shalom Yahweh, can you break down Romans chapter 2, verses 14 to 15?
No problem. Can I give you one more hint to being a terrible parent so you can know that you are one? Whenever you start anything, when you have to explain yourself, when someone asks you, well, why'd you do that? Or why'd you say that? Or why'd you do this? And if you ever say, well, see, the way I was raised, you're a terrible parent. I just walk away the minute you say that. Well, you see, where I come from, oh, goodbye, brother. You see, well, you know, where I was raised, the way I was raised, the minute you say that, you should know that you are a sick, disgusting pig. Because how in the hell could you claim to be a person of God and then give justification for anything said, anything done, any action at all? How could the justification be the way you were raised when you're supposed to be a different person than the way you were raised? You're not supposed to be that person anymore. Oh, you're doing this because see where I come from, where the way I was raised, then you're going back there. You're going to be there. I'm going to leave you right where I found you. Since you love that place so much, you just can't come in here with us. I pray you understand. Next.
Oh, God, this is book of Romans 2, verse 14. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these, having not the law, are a law unto themselves.
Can you just give me the context on what the brother's question is in specific?
I believe he just wants the general breakdown, sir.
Okay, this is speaking about brothers and sisters who don't have the law. What brothers and sisters did not have the law? Brothers and sisters who were not raised where the law was enforced. Let me give you a good example. Cats. Right here in America, it's very common to eat pigs. Normal. In India, it's not common to eat a cow. So if you were living in India, eating a cow would be like, oh my God, you ate a cow? Recently, Indian people filed a class action lawsuit against McDonald's because they found out that McDonald's, the secret to those addictive French fries you can't stop eating, is beef fat. They fry the French fries in beef fat. And the Indians didn't know about it, and they tan them fries up every goddamn day. The Indians found out about it and placed a class action lawsuit against McDonald's because they've been eating their God for 35 years. Well, also, if you make French fries, that's what you want. Get you some beef fat. You're going to have some French fries then, now. Okay, sisters out there that cook, get you some beef fat, fry them in them fries, and finally eat French fries for the first time. All right? Well, the laws change based on where you live, right? So if you're in America, it's common to eat pigs. Guess what is common to eat in China? Cats. See, in America, you go, oh my God, how could you eat a cat? In China, they're like, what the hell, why not? It's common to eat horse in Europe. You go over to Italy, brother, they eating the horse just like we eat a hamburger. It's no different at all. In America, it's crazy to eat a horse. Well, if you were in Jerusalem, no one ever ate pig. No one ever ate shrimp, crab, or lobster. No one ever celebrated Christmas. No one ever celebrated pagan holidays. Everyone celebrated the Passover. Everyone celebrated the feast of the Most High God in Leviticus 23. Then Paul went outside of Jerusalem and saw people who didn't have the law doing it anyway. Even though they were not raised in a place where these laws were enforced, they were in Rome and they didn't eat pork in Rome. They were in Galatia, Ephesia, Corinth, and they didn't eat shrimp and crab in those cities. Why? Because they were the Israelites by nature. They were the Israelites in their blood. And so they kept the commandments the same way the Israelites did in Jerusalem, even though there was no one policing them. There was no one that would throw them in jail or stone them for breaking the law. They decided to be a law unto themselves. They decided that we're going to police ourselves. Yeah, we don't have a Sadducee and Pharisee that stone people when you're caught in the act of adultery. Everyone knows that story, right? It was a woman who was caught in the very act of adultery. They were all standing there with rocks in their hands. They went to Jesus Christ. They said, what should we do? He said, he that is without sin cast the first stone. They all dropped their stones and left. Then he went to her and he said, go and sin no more. Well, if you live in Corinth, why would you not commit adultery? Why would you not be a whore and sleep around on your husband? Because in those cities, you decide not to sin. There's no one that will kill you. It's lawful to do it in this city, just like it's lawful to eat cats in China. But I'm still not eating no goddamn cat if I go to China. And I'm still not going to eat pork in America. And I'm still not going to eat shrimp and crab in America. And I'm still not sleeping with another man's woman in America. I police myself. I decide that I'm not going to do it. I just broke this precept down to you. Everybody understands? That's it. Anything else?
Next question, sir, is yes, this is from Michael Moore. Shalom, young man Mike from Philly.
Shalom, brother.
A breakdown on Revelation chapter 22 and verse 16.
Revelations 22 and 16, young man Michael from Philadelphia. No problem. Whenever you're ready.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 22 and verse 16. I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David.
If I could, young man Michael, and from Philly, this is a precept proving that Jesus Christ is the son of Joseph. This world believes that Jesus Christ didn't have a physical father. That's a lie. Taught by the Catholic Church, I think round about the Renaissance is when they begin to teach that lie in the Catholic Church, that Jesus Christ was immaculately conceived, that his mother had never had sex with a man, but had sex with God, which should sound disgusting to you. You're nastier than I thought you were, because I think it's in El Salvador. There's a holiday called the Blessed Madre. Okay, it might be the Feliz Madre, something like that, which means the happiness of Mary. And the practice of this holiday is for everyone to come to the town square, and all the women go, ah, 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 and mimic orgasms. This sounds like I'm making this up, doesn't it? You should go look through your YouTube and look up a holiday that is about how much, and then they go, who received the pleasure? Mary received the pleasure. Who received the pleasure? Mary received the pleasure. Who received? That's the holiday. It is for real. They're celebrating it right now. Someone that speaks Spanish and knows what I'm talking about, type it into the chat. Well, that's the common belief of this planet, is that Mary got God's giant God penis put inside of her and had the orgasm like a galaxy, like the Big Bang. That makes sense to people, but the fact that this woman just had sex with a man is crazy talk. I'm in a cult because I say she had sex with a man. You are not in a cult because you think God put a God penis in this woman and made her have an orgasm with a God penis. But I'm the cult. I'm the one in the cult. I'm crazy out of my damn mind. You're crazy. But your crazy is just the crazy of the state, the crazy that the government allows. Everyone understand? Please, what do you have?
If I could, sir, it's called the Peace of Our Lady of Guadalupe.
The Peace of Our Lady. Describe it, please. The Peace of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Go ahead.
It says the feast commemorates the appropriation of the Virgin of Mary to a peasant Juan Diego in 1531 near Mexico City.
I'm not sure if that's it. The name doesn't sound familiar either. They should be screaming, who received the pleasure? Mary received the pleasure. That doesn't sound correct. but you can keep looking, you'll find it. All right, go ahead. Everybody gets the point. So this precept is speaking about the actual birth of Jesus Christ, which is from someone who was in the lineage of King David. Joseph was in the lineage of King David. Read it from the top.
Okay. This is the book of Revelation 22, verse 16. I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David.
Jesus Christ said, I am the root and the offspring of David. Of David. Now you're going to look up to Romans 1. Is this Romans 1?
Revelation 22.
Now go to Romans 1, I think in 3. I am the root and the offspring of David. You know, the root of David. The root of David is speaking about what? Adam. Adam is the root of David. It's a metaphor because roots are in the dirt, are in the ground. And Adam came from the dirt, which is what his name indicates. That he came from the ground, from the soil, from the dirt. Jesus Christ is Adam, and he is the offspring of David. Why? Because his father, Joseph, was in the lineage of King David. You find that in Luke, the second chapter. Give me Romans. I think I want 1 and 3.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, the 1, verse 3. Concerning his son, Jesus Christ our Lord, which was made of the seed of David.
Made of what?
Which was made of the seed of David.
Which was made of the seed of David. Go ahead.
According to the flesh.
According to the spirit of Jesus.
According to the flesh.
According to miracles and magic.
According to the flesh.
According to the flesh. Which means a seed of sperm. David's family sperm went into Mary because Joseph was the great-great-great-grandson of David. Give me that last one. I think it's in Luke. All right. Now, unless the brother, he didn't elaborate on his question, unless his question was about the whole, reincarnation. I don't know unless he asked. All right. So I'm just going to break it down for you. The first part is about him being Adam. The second part is about him being from the root and being from Joseph, where Joseph was his father. Okay. Also, he was Solomon. If you're talking about the reincarnation thing, Solomon was the son of David, but Joseph also was the great-great-great-great-great-grandson of David, which is how he got this seed in, how Mary got the seed of David in her in the first place. Everybody gets it. Do you have it? It's in Luke, where it gives the lineage of Jesus Christ. So-and-so, which is the son of so-and-so, which is the son of, which is Joseph. Say again? Luke 2 and 4 sounds right. Go ahead. All right, I think I use both of them usually. Either one I'll take.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 1. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham.
That's a good one. Let me see. Luke, let me hear Luke 2 and 4. That's going more into the reincarnation thing.
Okay.
All right. Luke 2 and 4.
This book of Luke, chapter 2 and verse 4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David.
That's all you need right there. If that's your point. Now, if your point is reincarnation, then you take the parts at the beginning. If your point is whether or not Jesus Christ had a father, then that's your point right there. All right. Anything else?
Okay.
Let me get one more line now. Go ahead.
I think if you keep going in scriptures,
In the one he asked about? Okay, so we it was not done. Okay, go ahead. Read the rest of the brother's question from Philly.
And the bright and morning star.
What is it? Why is Jesus Christ called the bright and morning star? Who knows? You hear that about Lucifer in the Bible as well, talking about the morning star. That's what Lucifer means. What does bright and morning star indicate? It's very simple. There's nothing magical about it at all. Although that Catholic priest thinks it's magical, but what do you can't blame him. He molests children. What is bright and morning star speaking about? Go ahead, no.
Numbers chapter 24, verse 17.
I believe that's the one you need. Go ahead.
I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not now. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and the scepter shall not, and the scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy all the children of Shem.
Give him a hand, because that's your precept right there. All right. What does it mean when it says, when it calls, Lucifer is called the morning star? Jesus Christ is the morning star, meaning what? Everyone is going to look up to Lucifer. Everyone is going to idolize him. The same way you look up to movie stars and rap stars and sports stars. It means they're popular. They're famous, right? Lucifer is famous. Everyone is doing what he tells them to do. Everyone serves him. People of totally different religions are both serving Satan. And they're in totally different religions. They don't even know they're connected. But all of them have the same goal, to serve Satan. Well, Jesus Christ is our star. You understand? When you're righteous, you look up to him. He's the one that we all look up to, the one we all want to be like. He's our star. They have their star, we have ours. Everyone understands, right? That precept is describing. Next, próximo.
God, this is from Car. If I may, sir, can I get a general breakdown of Ezekiel 38, verses 14 through 16? Is this after we are in our land?
Is it? Please, gracias, por favor. Ven otra vez. Gracias. Okay, he's saying, is this after, both of them, please. He's saying, is this after we are in our land? That's his question, right? Okay. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel, 38, and verse 14. Therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto God, thus saith the Lord God, in that day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shalt thou not know it. Verse 15. And thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts, thou and many people with thee, all of them riding upon horses, a great company. Absolutely. If I could answer his question, this is when we get in our own land. This is Judgment Day. This is what happens after Judgment Day. Speaking about the land of the north is speaking about North America. You shall come out of the land of the, which is one place that the children of God will come out of. The children of God will be gathered throughout the four corners of the globe, gathered from everywhere, gathered from Russia, China, Europe, all of the islands, everywhere. The children of God have been exiled from their homeland for too long. Too long. And the Most High God is bringing us home on Judgment Day. And this precept is about that day. And it's about how we reorganize and come together as a nation. And then those of us who survive the great day of the Lord will go and take over every country that still survived. The remnants of Europe, which will still be around. The remnants of Russia and Saudi Arabia, which will still be around. And we'll go and, perform our duty on them. All right? Is there anything else? That's my answer to the brother's question. That is, once we get in our own land, correct. Or more importantly, more specifically, once our oppressors' lands are destroyed. All right? This could be during the time of the wilderness, where we're not really in our own land, but we are going to war physically to take over the world after the rest of the countries have been weakened because of nuclear war. Sister, off the topic. Let me get you the question. I believe I answered it anyway. I think I'm done. Go ahead, sis. Gracias. What was your question?
So, I have two questions. One original question and a follow-up question. Now, when it comes to reincarnation, are we reincarnated back into your father's father? And if that's the case, how does it work when a woman marries into her husband? Do we go into his lineage, or are we still a part of our fathers?
You're still a part of your fathers. Okay. You come back in the seed that you are. So there's a seed that made every man and every woman. So when a woman dies and comes back, let's say a woman is from the tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, but she marries a man from the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. When she dies and comes back, she comes back as an Ephraimite woman, right? Because that's the seed that made her. Because you are what your father is. So even though you've married into another tribe or another, you married another man, you're going to raise children that are his seed. Your children will be his seed. You're the soil that grew his vegetables, his crops, but you are what your father made. So you'll come back you come back in the same nation. You'll come back in the same tribe and the same family that you have always been in. All right. Lord allow in a better place than the one we're in now. I pray you understand. All right. Anything else?
That was a follow-up.
This is from PRERTATINING. So I'm sorry, man. I get a breakdown from Psalm 55, verses 20 to 21. So,
No problem.
this is book of Psalm 55, verse 20.
I'm assuming just a general breakdown. That's it. All right. Go ahead.
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
This is a perfect precept for our oppressor. It's perfect for him. It's him. I mean, he's just a lying, disgusting serpent from the Garden of Eden. That's him. So I'll start you from the top. All right. Go ahead and read it.
Okay. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
That's the history of our oppressor. The history of our oppressor is fighting and hurting people that meant him no harm, that didn't threaten him at all, that were kind to him. The so-called North American Indian, the chosen people of God, the tribe of Gad, they treated him with the utmost hospitality when he came to North America. Kindness and generosity helped him through the winter, helped him find water, showed him the path that you can travel to get to water, Showed him that path, showed him what to eat, showed him what plants were poisonous and what plants you could eat. At the end of all that, he slaughtered every last one of them so that no one else would know how to get to water. You go do the research on what the North American Indian went through here, Rock. It's so disgusting. And then our oppressor, Rock, went to him and said, well, how can we need to eat in the winter? What can we eat? What vegetables are poisonous? He went and showed him. Showed him you can go here and you can fish here. You can hunt this. There's a lot of elk here, a lot of turkey here. You can get that. You can eat this. How do we find water? We're dying. No problem. The deer, follow the deer, because you will find paths in the woods that would be a path made by deer where they would push all of the trees out the way. It would be a road that wasn't made by man, but made by because so many animals travel on this path to get to water. And they showed the white man, see this path? You see this road? This road is made by animals because they all travel on this road. It's cut out of the trees in the forest. They showed the white man the road. He goes and gets the water. Thank you so much. Listen, let's have a big meal to celebrate all that you've given me. And then kills everyone. Why? Because in his mind, and I'm getting this from the quotes, from the people that did it and wrote about it and sent it back to Spain and back to England. They said that they killed the Indians to make sure no one else knew about the path to the water. And that's why they killed them. Because then now the waterway is theirs. Now they police it. They charge money to anybody that comes over from Europe that wants water. They can charge them money because there are more boats coming from Europe. But now they own the waterway. They're the only people that know where it is because they killed the Indians that showed them where it is. Now they can charge money to every other European settler who doesn't want to die of thirst. I'm quoting from the goddamn records that they sent back to Europe. Come on.
If I could,
Please.
carve your face in the mountains so you can see it.
Give him a hand. In case you forgot who owned the place, right? In case you forgot, you from the tribe of Gad. What tribe are you? You listen, who does? I'm guessing, hell. We all just guessing, right? I mean, we damn it don't know who got a mom pregnant, so who the hell knows? All right, so you just like me, I guess. So anyway, the tribe of Gad went through that. The white man makes Mount Rushmore. In case you forgot who owns this place, right? He hurts people that are not trying to hurt him. People that mean him no harm, people that are peaceful and generous with him. He did the same thing to the Puerto Ricans, the same thing to the Mexicans, the same thing to the West Indians who were just kind to him. And he did it to other heathens. He did it to other heathens. Did it to the Hawaiians. Did it to the Polynesians. Did it to the Japanese. Did it to everyone that was hospitable to this new people that they've never seen before that came here across the sea. They treated them with kindness, and our oppressor returned their kindness with brutality. That you have made war with them, that be at peace with thee. Continue.
He hath broken his covenant.
You broke your covenant. What's a covenant? The 178 treaties that he made with our brothers, the chosen people of God, the so-called North American Indians. I mean, over 178. You make a deal with him. You say, yes, we're going to be kind to each other. We're going to live together in harmony. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I agree. He kills everyone who was there that day at that meeting. Kills their children. Kills everyone. You make a deal with him. You make a treaty, an agreement, a covenant with him. He breaks it. He breaks it because he feels like breaking it. And that's that. And that's happening today in the White House, right now. Somebody that thinks, oh, we made a deal with the president. Look at the Ukraine. The Ukraine, that idiot was stupid to think that some deal he made with Biden, fool that he is, he thought America would keep the deal. He thought, well, I made a deal. Trump said, you didn't make it with me. That's a hell of a tape. I remember that video where the cat, like, he can't speak English. He's like, but I made a deal with the president. You didn't make it with me. It's null and void. He's looking like, God damn, I made it with the institution. You understand? I made it with the office. You don't make a deal with the person. You make a deal with the state. No, that's not how it works. You didn't make it with me, so I'm ignoring the deal that you made with Biden. Trump is doing today what has been done for 200 years. It is tradition to break the deals with your allies. It is tradition. We're reading about it in the Bible. Continue.
Okay. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
But I know why you thought he was going to keep that deal, because he talks so good, doesn't he? Oh, he's a slick, fork-tongued snake. Oh, he talks so well. It's so peaceful. It's just sweet, like that new Pope they got, that new Count Dracula that they got over there. They elected a new Count Dracula in Rome. The Pope is Count Dracula. And he went, I just love all of you. Let me just kiss your children and touch everybody. And I just want to help everybody. The talk is so sweet. It's so wonderful, so good. You think that we're the hate group and the Christian church is the group of love. Oh, man, they're so loving because they talk loving. I get you. His words are smooth. Continue.
But war was in his heart.
You see, but war is in his heart, though. War is in his heart. He's talking about peace and love and every nation coming together. And God doesn't care about color. Can you imagine the type of racist bastard that taught us that God doesn't care about color? Like somebody who only abuses black people, lynches black people, and goes into church and says, listen, color don't matter. I don't know why y'all talking about color. God does not care about color. Hold on. My black chauffeur is pulling up right now, my Rolls Royce, to drive me out of here to be cooked. So my black slave can make me breakfast in bed. And the woman that changes my sheets, who's another black slave, she can help me so I can come back here next Sunday and tell you God doesn't care about color. Please, officer.
If I could, sir, what you said so heavily is that he's saying we don't care about color, but the first time he laid eyes and found out that Christ was black, he changed Christ's color.
But God doesn't care about color, right? Right. God does not care about color as long as God is white, Jesus is white, the apostles are white, and everybody who you look up to is white. But that doesn't matter. But color does not matter at all. You see, you look at his words and not his actions. What's in a person's heart, the manifestation of it is in their actions, not in their words. All right, come on.
I could, the sound of the door say, go colors around.
Yeah, that's what it says. But of course, if you talk to him, I dare not do this, but I guarantee that this is the case. If you go to the Ku Klux Klan's website, they're going to say they're not racist. I can just, this is my business and I do this all the time. If you ask them, they're going to say, what are you talking about, racism? Racism? No, we ain't racist. Hand me my hood, sweetie. Where's my hood? There is nothing racist about this at all. Or you think it's funny? Watch this. This ain't a Nazi salute. What are you talking about? Nazi salute. You hear these niggas saying this is a Nazi salute? You hear them? That just happened, huh? It just happened when Elon Musk did the Sieg Heil Nazi salute. Afterwards, they said, "Why'd you make the Nazi salute?" What are you talking about? Nazi salute. I was waving to the people. I was giving him my heart. You know what people said? He was just giving him his heart. That brother, that white power is magic. It's straight up magic. I cannot imagine doing this and then saying, "I didn't do that." And people go, "Okay." People go, "Yeah, of course. See, he said he wasn't. He ain't racist. Elon Musk is not racist. What do you think? Elon Musk is racist? Just because he's South African, came to America and then brought his South Africans with him and then made the Nazi salute? You tripping. You really are the crazy one, you. Because you think Elon Musk did a Nazi salute simply because your eyes saw it? Oh, man, you out of your fucking mind. That is a power I ain't got. I don't have that out there. Just do something and I just say, "No, I didn't." And people be like, "Okay, he didn't do it." That's a hell of a thing. Listen, that's a hell of a thing. Keep going.
Oh God, His word.
If I could stop you one more time, you know that was on the news every day. The debate on whether or not he did it, and I remember going, "I'm not doing that. I'm not getting into the debate of if he did it when we all saw it." But you had to argue online with people that said he didn't do it. It was giving away his heart. That is a privilege only white people have. No one else has that, whatever that is, where his words are so sweet that no matter what his actions say, you ignore his actions and listen to his words. That is the privilege of being white. Continue.
His words were softer than oil.
Oh, they soft as oil. Slick. Oh, he's slicker. Softer than oil. Keep going.
Yet were they drawn swords.
Yet his words are drawn swords. That's what they are. That's what they are. The minute he made that Nazi salute, I knew the N-word was coming. It is on its way. Freedom of speech. You know, why can't we say nigger? Let me tell you how it starts. The rappers say nigger, right? Don't the rappers say it? You say it. Just because I say nigger, it doesn't mean I hate niggers. It don't mean that. That is all coming because he is in desperation of just being himself. He feels trapped under your political correctness. You know, even that term, when you hear the term politically correct, that means I want to say nigger. I want to call you a nigger, but I got to be politically correct and I can't call you a nigger. And it feels like I have chains on because I want to do it. And I want everybody to, when I tell him it's not racist, I want everybody to believe me. His words are smooth and slick. Continue.
That was in the
That's the breakdown. All right, anything else?
That was time.
When we simply say politics is negotiation,
that's not the correct definition of politics. Politics is the seeking of power. That's what it is. It's being political is the seeking of power. I'm pretty sure by definition, you can look it up, right? But it's the seeking of power. You get power by politics, all right? War is part of politics. Negotiation is part of politics, but the point of politics is power. That's the point. Go ahead.
I couldn't find the website, sir. Mm-hmm. This article was from 2016, around the time Trump got elected. All those riots going down in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. It says KKK members insist they are not white supremacists.
I knew it. I've been doing this too long, and I know that they with them hoods on. You say, "Are you white supremacists?" Of course not. What are you talking about, white supremacists? I'm only a member of the Ku Klux Klan. I know whites are racism. What is he talking about? Give me my cross. I got to burn this in your lawn tonight, and it ain't got nothing to do with racism. Now, if you think that's crazy, just remember, Elon Musk made that Hitler salute, and you said it wasn't the Hitler salute. So if you do that, then what else will you do? All right, anything else? Go ahead.
Officer Awaria, Slocky General, is tattoo removal process unlawful?
Is tattoo removal Unlawful? No, the tattoo removal process is not unlawful. It's lawful to do. It's unnecessary, but it's lawful if you want to do it. But it's unnecessary. All right. Anything else?
That was it on the question on mine.
All right. Anything? You ready? Was that it? With that, pass the class over to Priest Officer Mathemia.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. Where the I.S.U.P.K started 1 West 125th Street Hall, New York, under Commander Drake YAHANNA. For new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves on the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a command, you can find this in Numbers 18:21, Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means the tenth in Hebrew, I.S.U.P.K, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like. I'll cover all the complications. The next one will be the piece of first fruits. We in that currently right now. It starts we in the feast of first fruits. Starts after the Sabbath unleavened bread. Sundown Sunday, April 20th. Count 50 days. Celebrate the 50th day. Sunday, June 8th, 2025. Start before sundown. Leviticus 23rd chapter. Verses 10 through 22 is where you can find it. Right. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot shirt, pants, headband, and scarf with that. Men of Israel, Imagine means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute. All right, men of Israel, Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barak. God's top. So, this is the turn. This is Imagine. Stand. We'll give the sister a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahshua. That's the job.